Hey guys, what's going on? So in this video, before we even think about creating a validator, we need to first set up our server. So without further ado, let's get the server set up, and I'm going to show you by the end of this video how to ultimately connect to your server so that we can then begin building the validator. So what you'll want to do is go to interserver.net. You'll hover over servers. You'll go to dedicated home. You'll scroll down, find this one specifically. You'll click on configure now. Then we're going to scroll down. You're going to, where it says 2 terabytes of NVMe, you're going to add that one. You're going to remove this one. Keep scrolling down. For the operating system, we're going to choose this one. Keep scrolling down. And everything else is good. So in the end, this is the basic configuration of what you want. Now keep in mind, for testnet purposes, this will be okay. In the future, we might actually have to upgrade our hard drives, right? You need more space. But this is all you need to get started. So when you do place this order, keep in mind, it takes 24 to 48 hours for Interserver to set your server up. Once it's set up, what you should see is a way for you to log in, and you get an IP address, and then you'll have a root password. Now, I'm not going to talk about necessarily security measures, where you shouldn't necessarily use the root to log in, which you'll know what I'm talking about in a second. But for the sake of testnet, just get your IP address and get the root password. All right. So that is how you get the server at least set up. One other thing before I continue. If you're anything like me, when you attempt this, hopefully we get it right on the first time, but if for some reason we don't, I am heavily involved with contacting support for Interserver to reset the server and to wipe it completely clean so I can start over. Generally, every time I request, it takes a couple of hours for them to go through the process. But it has been a lifesaver when you just want to start over, right? Because again, this is on testnet. We're just having fun with this. We're trying to figure out how to even get this working. And yeah, the goal is to experiment. And hopefully we get it right the first time. But if not, you have an option. All right, so that's all you need to know. Again, you just need the IP address, and they should give you a root password, or you should be able to set one. And again, when it comes to security, and I'll do another video on this, but we should be creating a different account, so we're not using the root to log in. So now the question is, how do we actually access the server on our computer in order to then begin doing what we need to do to get the validator set up? So you'll want to use, or you'll need to use Terminal. I'm on a Mac, so there's a Terminal app. If you're on a Windows, you might have to research how to access Terminal. I think there's a few different easy ways that are free. So what I'll do is I'll open up my Terminal. Now this is by default, right? It's on my computer. But what we want to do is access this specific server. So what I'm going to do is to log into your server, you're going to type in SSH space root at, and then the IP address. And you can copy paste this IP address as well. So this is the login, or how to actually access it. It's going to then ask you for that password. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I think I might have incorrectly inserted it, so let's try again. Awesome. So now I'm actually connected to the server, which is pretty cool. And when I want to get out of this session, or if I want to create a new session, which is good, and you'll see why in follow-up videos, but I can always have multiple terminals set up to have access to the server. But if I want to get out of one, I can either just close out of it, right? This will terminate it, and that's it. Guys, it's as simple as that to connect to your server. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, let's continue on to the fun stuff, which is actually creating the validator. See you guys soon.